Hello citizens, this is Citizen Bob. I don't know if you noticed, but last week we had CitizenCon. Of course we did. Every Star Citizen enthusiast followed predictions, past views, comments, critiques, flatteries, deconstruction, motion pictures, highlights, and even unreleased panels of CitizenCon. We breathed, ate, drank CitizenCon. It would be time to stop, wouldn't it? No, I say. One thing is still missing. We're missing a focus on the weirdest moments, Easter eggs, the silliness that only a true Bob can deliver. So forget timely analysis, forget technical comparison of what you have seen. By the end of this video, you will know as much as you know now, but I hope over the next few minutes you will smile at least twice, be puzzled once, not understand what you're seeing 3 times, and think, Bob, what an idiot, at least 489 times. Let me know if I guessed right, please. Before I start, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank each of you for being a part of this incredible community. It's been amazing to see our channel grow, and it's all because of your support, your comments, and the energy you bring to this space. For those of you who are thinking about supporting with a membership, first off, thank you. It really does mean a lot. And to be clear, every single bit of that support goes right back into the channel. We're talking about things like ship giveaways, fun events, really stepping up the quality of our content so that each video we put out is as entertaining and high quality as possible. Special thanks, of course, to James Pruitt 4756 and Tujin24. You guys are truly incredible. Let's get started now. The first panel of day 1 gives us a lot of Easter eggs. After an hour and 28 minutes from the start of the broadcast, we can appreciate what initially looks like a replica of Shrek's house, but turns out to be the planet Dagobah from the movie The Empire Strikes Back. And I'm addressing you, my friend who has not yet seen Star Wars. Yes, you of all people, you know I'm talking to you. Make it right, please. So we see a young Jedi Luke trying to pull his X-Wing / Scorpion out of the swamp using his Schwartz. Okay, that's an Easter egg within the Easter egg for those who get it. A few seconds later, we see another character. It may go unnoticed perhaps, but some, including yours truly, see a resemblance to Geralt of Rivia, aka The Witcher. What do you think? Is this too stretched, or is it a valid Easter egg? 2 minutes later, we are suddenly walking through the swamp in Red Dead Redemption 2, waiting any minute for a mega alligator to shred us alive. And again 2 minutes later, we see how a Bob typically lands his ship before each mission. We end the Star Wars cycle with one last reference, this time after 1 hour and 35 minutes, finding ourselves on the forest moon of Endor running speeder / dragonfly through towering trees. Return of the Jedi, of course. Needless to wait any longer, the Ewoks will not appear. Fast forward a bit to 1 hour and 50 minutes, where we have perhaps the most disruptive, relevant, unbelievable, stratospheric Easter eggs of the entire 2 days of CitizenCon. We finally have the release date for Star Citizen. Here it is. But beware, don't stop at the appearances. The number you see on the screen is not the actual year. You have to calculate the years as they count them in CIG. So if 2024 is actually 2954, as stated, then we can say that Star Citizen will be released in 21/12. We are still maybe a little bit on the optimistic side of things, but in my opinion, it is a credible date and they can make it. At the 2-hour mark, we are shown a superpower that we will have as players in the verse sometime from now. Invisible knees. Watch how beautifully this player glide over the ground, over sharp rocks, without even blinking. Actually, all this reminds me of that old commercial.
Willingham shoots. Goal! That was magic. This is history in
8 minutes later, we see Pico in a T1000 version, another ancient quote, but I am ancient so I can. At the end of the 2 days, in one of the last moments of CitizenCon, we will also see Pico in golden T1000 version. Pico is going to be a big star of these 2 days, so we will find him again in a little while. After 2 hours and 10 minutes, we have a great reference. A resident of the verse shows us a carton.
It's not unusual to be loved. It's not unusual.
Wonderful. After 3 minutes, well, this is neither an Easter egg or a quote or something else, but it's more of a consideration of the social dynamics of CitizenCon. Watch this.
Thank you, you're too kind.
These people just cheered as they heard insects' noise. I suppose the sociologists could make an insightful and interesting comment on this point, but I'm just a Bob, not a sociologist, so let's move on. Staying on scientific topics, after 1 minute we finally have a clear, precise, technical explanation of the Doppler effect. Here it is for you.
Or, in even simpler terms,
Let's jump ahead and go to 3 hours and 8 minutes to see one of the most intense and emotionally engaging performances of the last 20 years. And the Oscar for Best Actor ever in the verse goes to...
Eat that apple.
At 3 hours 42 minutes, we found out that JJ knows Dante. And as an Italian, I can only be happy about that. On to the next highlights. Again, it's not an Easter egg or anything, but it is more like a promise. After seeing this year's cosplay competition costumes, I've decided. I'm not sure what the milestone in question should be for the channel, but once I reach a fairly successful milestone, if it ever happens, I will go to CitizenCon and enter the competition dressed as Bob, with the bike helmet, with the wooden gun, and the typical lost expression on my face. You tell me, what would be a worthy goal to make this promise? Write in the comments and let's see how mean you can be. We salute Guru from Despicable Me and close out the first day full of Bob-worthy insights. Day 2 runs more smoothly and on steady tracks and offer little Bob-worthy food for thought. Aside from seeing Pico in the crafting printer or noticing one of the most deafening silences ever at a presentation of Pioneer's new concept.
So we need to do a little bit of some reconcepting.
Okay, so one of the first things we really wanted to kind of solve...
I think you guys at CIG, you screwed up big time this time, but not the concept. You screwed up the picture. If you had shown this one saying, in fact we just removed the arm because it was useless, no one would have had a problem with it. The new concept is faithful to the previous one, but this photo is wrong. The Pioneer looks tiny, while it's bigger. It looks like a crazy downgrade. Good thing that the features and description worked, so much so that if this was the initial silence,
Okay, so...
this was the applause at the end.
So, that's the Pioneer.
I'd say it went well, although I fear, as you can see at the 2 hour and 36 minute mark, there is a design flaw that is quite a problem on this ship. In fact, I am afraid that the crew beds may suddenly turn into hydraulic presses, turning crew members into one SCU of human flesh ready for use in base building. Okay guys, with that I declare the CitizenCon debate closed, at least on my part. I hope my initial prediction have come true and you have spent a few carefree minutes with Bob and your favorite game. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out Bob's special panel at CitizenCon to discover amazing new technologies. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. And please, 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 stay happy, stay Bob.